Tonight on Street Hospital.
How much concern is you? You're Liam, aren't you?
Could be.
All over New Zealand, the weekend's the time to hit the town and hit the booze.
He said he's had about a litre of vodka.
That's what I'm talking about.
Hitting it hard and each other. Some party animals are getting boozed, getting hurt, and they're clogging the emergency department.
They end up lining the corridors and trolleys waiting to sober up.
Wellington Free Ambulance paramedics are fighting back. On Friday and Saturday nights, ambulances parked in Wellington's party zone become makeshift hospitals. At the street hospital base, paramedics treat the injured where they can, on the spot.
Thank you, Mr. Paramedic.
Typical Wellingtonians, very friendly.
Will they make a difference to the binge drinking culture in central Wellington? Can they stop the smashed and trash piling into the hospital's emergency department? And how will our paramedics cope, keeping a straight face when everyone else is off theirs?
You coming to town with us?
Tonight, the street hospital medics are gearing up for a big night on Courtney Place. It's the height of summer and the wedding season's in full swing. With a smaller team than usual, Officer in Charge Craig will be needed out on patrol.
I'm going to delegate OIC to Benjamin as well, and I'll get out and walk the beat, so to speak. So it'll be fun for whoever's with me.
That'll be second-year trainee Jay, who's teaming up with Craig tonight, and he's looking forward to learning from a street hospital veteran.
It'll be the first time I've worked up with him as an offsider, not as an officer in charge. So I'm not sure what to expect, really.
I'll have to show them all my old haunts, all the places not to go.
I'm not sure if he'll be throwing me in for everything he can. Actually, I know he will.
Rookie Harrison is teamed with third-year student Holly tonight, so he'll be watching his step.
Always watching my behaviour, but especially when you've got someone like Holly watching with her eagle eyes over your shoulder.
He's a year behind me in the paramedics degree, so I guess that kind of puts me in charge a little bit.
Holly is a very straight shooter, so this could lead to some interesting moments tonight.
So Ben, what do you think tonight's going to be like?
Dead quiet.
Bit of optimism, isn't it?
I'm going to sit down, I'm going to read my Cosmos magazine, and just, not really do much at all. That's my plan.
Do you read Cosmo?
Cosmos.
Oh!
Yeah, not Cosmo. There's an extra letter on the end.
But worried for a second.
There may not be much chance for any reading. Town is already filling up with more hens and stags than a country field day, including this specimen dressed as a whoopee cushion. The medics arrive on Courtney Place and the issues start immediately. Parking issues.
Someone's going to be very confused when they come back.
Hey, this could be our rapid response vehicle.
I'll take it.
All right.
Give me some sirens.
But you can only go around left-hand corners because it feels like.
They put my feelings down.
It's a cool hat.
I said it was cool.
Before the street hospital team has a chance to settle in, an emergency 111 call comes in from just metres down the road.
We've got a patient that's collapsed, so we're just going to go check her out.
What's happening tonight, darling?
I think I had a panic attack and I couldn't breathe very well. I said I couldn't breathe very well and then I just dropped.
Okay.
The collapsed woman, a visitor from Essex, is dazed, scared and emotional.
My name's Holly and this is Harrison. What's going on?
She's been complaining about her headache for maybe 40 hours, maybe a bit longer.
Okay.
Holly, Harrison and Craig decide to walk the woman back to base to try and get a clearer picture of what's going on.
There we go.
So any medical condition?
Not that I know of.
Yeah. You on any medications? Yeah. Allergic to anything?
Not that I know.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Step up here.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm going to leave these two people to look after you, and then Ben will probably come and have a look, chat with you
Where
as
are
well.
you going?
I'm just
Because they're
outside.
unsure why she blacked out, lead clinical paramedic and ex-Navy man Ben is called in.
Evening.
Hi, mate. How are you?
Not too bad.
Sweet.
Hello.
Hello. Hi.
How's it going?
Good.
So, you fainted out down the road? Did you witness her faint? And did she go down gracefully or did she go and hit the floor real hard?
It's like a shit, mate.
Yeah.
How much alcohol have you consumed?
I've had about 5 or 6 vodkas. My vision went blurry and I was like, oh, I feel dizzy. And then the next thing that I know, I was floor. And that isn't the first time it's happened. Like, it's not happened regularly, but I've had that a few times it's happened.
So when you got the blurry vision and then you went down, what were you doing prior to that? Were you just standing there? Were you walking? Did you just do a handstand or did you just bend over and pick
we
something
were
up?
kind of running over the road.
So did you walk or run over the road?
Fast pace.
Fast
paced walk.
Brisk.
Dodging.
A brisk saunter.
I feel bad, we probably didn't impress
Dodging cars, weren't we? We were dodging cars.
Dodging cars.
Yeah.
Isn't that a song? Like, I've asked Holly to just do a few extra checks, like a 12-lead ECG of the heart and a neurological exam and things like that. Once that's completed, we'll have another chat.
What month are we in?
February.
Yeah. Do you know who the Prime Minister is at the moment in this country?
What, New Zealand or the UK?
No idea.
And she's like, I don't know who the Prime Minister is. I'm not from this country. And we had a bit of a laugh and I was like, it's probably a fair point, actually.
So what do you reckon? You got any questions or concerns?
Like, I'm annoyed that I fainted tonight.
Uh-huh.
But I feel quite happy going home.
Sweet.
I'm sorry if I wasted your time.
Not at all.
Not at all. That's what we're here for.
No. We just be sitting around drinking tea. And
And it always helps to get everything checked out, okay?
Thank you.
All the best. Watch your step down there.
Lovely meeting you. Take care of yourselves.
Thank you very much. Cheers for your time, guys.
That's all right.
Thank you.
So in the end, we decided that it was maybe just one of her panic attacks, and she said that it felt like the other ones that she'd had, and she had her partner with her, so we were happy to send her home.
It's still early, but the patients keep coming.
So we've just had a man walking past and telling us that there's an unconscious male in the bakery just up the road. So we're going to go up and have a look. Oh. Cheers, mate. Hey, mate. Look from the ambulance. What's up, bro? You right?
It's heard that you're asleep, so I came to see how you're going. You enjoy your meal a bit too much. Let's have a look at me, bro. You been taking some drugs tonight? You're not the cops, bro. I just want to double check so we don't do anything that's going to make you sicker. MDMA or MDMC?
Craig from J.
Go ahead.
We're going to try and walk him down to the ambulance query drug use. You right?
Jay's bakery patient is acting strangely and now not responding at all.
Right, ready to go down to the ambulance?
Cool, let's go for a walk, bro. This way, bro.
Second-year paramedic students Jay and Braden are trying to help a young man who they suspect has had more than just booze.
You're right. I don't know if you are, bro. Hey, just one question before you go. The drugs that you took, what were they?
No, I'm good.
Yeah. High as a kite. We're not the cops. We're not going to drag him down here. We're not going to force him. At the moment, I'm not worried about his health. Though with the drug use, you always do wonder what could have been cut with it, or if he's taken too much, or whatever that is. So we might see him again later on. But he was mobilised. He was walking around fantastically, out of it, albeit. So hopefully he goes off and we don't see him again, and he's okay. But time will tell.
10:20 Saturday night, Jay and I are going to go out on foot patrol. Benjamin's going to assume the position of officer in charge, which he'll do admirably. I've given him some good training. You're officially in charge.
Craig and Jay finally step out and walk straight into a hen's party.
Who's getting married?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Have a good night.
Thank you, guys.
Take care.
I hope you have a quiet night.
Whoops, green light. Let's not get run over. That looks nothing like him. I think there's not enough chest here. You can't be 20.
Wellington is the best place in New Zealand to have a stag do. I am handcuffed.
We had a stag night out here many years ago and we chained my mate to the lamppost up here and then took all his clothes off. he was a little embarrassed.
What a great mate. At the other end of the street, trainee medics Holly and Harrison's patrol is a little quieter.
You cannot say to any true die-hard Star Wars fan that your favourite episode is episode 3.
But why not? It's good.
It's the same as saying that Jar Jar is your favourite character.
I like Jar Jar.
Oh,
It's so funny and stupid.
no. This is why you liked Jar Jar, because you didn't get the films.
I did get the films. Why don't you like him?
I'm just going to walk away now.
There, Harrison. It's okay.
You're not allowed to make fun of me for this.
I am, and I will. Because you're majorly nerding out. I love it.
Technically, it's geeking out.
Uptown, Craig and Jay are still getting swamped by hens.
Check my list. Are you on my list?
Kiss a man in uniform. You know you want to.
Yes, slowly.
Okay.
Moustache.
Enjoy your night.
Thank you so much.
Thanks. Good night. Tough, dirty job, but somebody
I
has
don't know
to
how
do
you
it.
do it.
Do you have a list? What's on the list?
We need a Liam.
Liam.
You're Liam, aren't you?
Okay.
Jay, Liam, Jay.
Are you actually a Liam?
Yeah.
It's not going to work.
I can write Liam
Oh,
on
yeah,
your
do you want to
forehead.
scratch it out?
Photo with a cop. I'm an Embo.
I've done that one.
Oh, really?
What about dancing on the table? I can't help you with any of those. Good night. You sure you don't want to be Liam?
I've tried, but my name tag says the wrong thing. You enjoy this far too much.
On the way back to the street hospital base, Craig and Jay decide to check out some of the quieter streets.
So I always pop down here because although it may not seem very busy, this is where you can find people lying in a doorway abandoned by their friends.
Up ahead, they spot a girl curled up on the footpath.
Just a bit of alcohol?
Yeah, it's just alcohol.
Okay.
There's nothing more.
The main thing to watch for her tonight is that she doesn't compromise her airway. If you need us, we're just down on the corner there. We've got an ambulance down there. So, yeah, if you think there's something else going on, I'm very happy to look at her.
We'll keep an eye on it.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Thank you.
Although ill, she's not alone, and her friends are able to take her home.
You know there's always carrots and vomit, even if you've never eaten
Carrots and corn.
Carrots and corn. I didn't see the corn,
Oh, no,
actually.
there's none there. It's one of the two. It may be peas.
It's keeping you busy. It's nice to get back into it.
So far, Holly and Harrison haven't seen a lot of action, but then they get a call from the police.
Hi, my name's Harrison. This is Holly. So what's been going on today?
Got a bump in my head.
Okay. How did that happen?
I got pushed.
The upset woman has been at a wine and food festival on the waterfront and has had a fight with her partner.
Pushed me, smacked my head, and somebody called the police. And here we are.
We came over and found that lovely woman with the police nearby. She'd been pushed over by a friend and essentially had been assaulted. Can I get you to open your mouth for me? Okay. So there's no obvious redness here.
So we just did a physical exam of her head and a quick neuro exam. I let Harrison take the lead on that and he did really well.
I'm fairly happy that she's not in any danger.
Yeah.
All right, all the best, and don't be afraid to call us back if you need it. Okay, see ya.
A lot of jobs like these, there is sort of a bit of crossover between the services of who has responsibility for the patient. If she did have any medical issues, that would immediately become our responsibility. But since she didn't, it becomes a police issue.
Ben and Jay respond to a call. A group of foreign tourists have assaulted a 19-year-old.
He's conscious, he's breathing.
We've got pizza.
And he's got pizza, he's fine.
The assailants have taken off, leaving the young man in a heap on the street.
Do you want to give him the vehicle or just talk about that?
No, I'll talk to him about that, see what it is.
Ben lets Jay take the lead in assessing the young patient.
Have you got any funny feelings anywhere? Any tingling, any...
Nah, I'm feeling all good, eh?
Feeling all right? Any headache?
Nah, but... Nah, I probably will wake up with one.
I think you might, man. Give my hand a squeeze, eh? Nice and tight. Perfect. Yep, you're doing well.
We'll pop you in the ambulance, we'll do your blood pressure at least and just give you a quick check out and then go from there. Sound fair enough? Marvellous job, sailor. Did you check for Laforte's fractures?
Down around there?
Max fax?
Yeah.
Yeah, sweet.
With no broken bones in his face, Jay starts running more tests.
A lot of paramedicine is based around mitigation of risk, and so there's more risk leaving him to go home than there is handing him over to a doctor and saying, oh, your problem now, sort of thing. So, you know, to a certain extent, we are quite overcautious when it comes to transporting, but I think he's probably fine. And I think if it happened to me, I'd probably just want to go home and go to bed. He's alert, he's aware, he knows what's going on. It's his decision. I can't force people to do stuff they don't want to do. So if you suddenly develop any massive head pain, you start vomiting uncontrollably or anything like that, you need to call 111, all right?
Yeah. Call us back if you're worried. And look after yourself. Don't get too smart to anyone, eh?
There you go. That's your paperwork.
Cheers.
Not a problem.
Sorry about that.
So, it's not your fault, some arseholes attacked you. It's completely out of your control, isn't it, really?
We don't know much about the people that assaulted him. He thought they might have been French and that he had been chatting to them and kind of having a bit of banter between themselves, and then he got a bit serious and then he got smacked. So one thing kind of turned to another and someone kicked off. Probably said something smart, but it's not an excuse to start beating people up.
She's had these shoes for like 2 years. They don't fit very well. They rub. Her skin, you know, opens and she gets blisters and she's too soft to fight through it.
Shut up!
Is it exciting being an ambo?
It is the most exciting job out there. You get to see all sorts of...
If I wasn't afraid of blood, I'd do it.
You actually don't see as much blood as people think.
Oh, really?
Yeah. If you get some strapping tape, put some across where it rubs, and it'll stop it blistering.
Okay, alright. Thank you so much.
Not a problem.
I didn't expect you to go to this much trouble.
Ladies, have a fantastic night.
You too.
Hopefully we don't see you again.
No, hopefully not.
See ya! See ya!
Yeah, as much as people think that being an ambulance, it's all about rushing there and back and arrests and bleeding, a lot of this job we do is, you know, just dealing with the littler things and, you know, helping the person themselves.
Sorry. My parents will be so proud.
Another shoe injury for Harrison, and yet more hens on Courtney Place.
Look at her foot. She really hurt her foot in her really high heel shoes. We've been going since 2 o'clock this afternoon.
Jeez, that's impressive. It's like
exactly.
nearly 12 hours.
Yeah, I know.
But I could not do that. I really could.
Because I'll get in so much trouble. All right, thank you very much, Harrison.
Not a
nice
problem.
to meet you.
You have a fantastic day on Saturday.
Yes,
have a good night.
Thanks,
Keep
guys.
out of trouble.
A young man stumbles into the street hospital. He's been in a fight, is very confused, and not at all well.
Pop your face up for me, bro, so let me have a look. Whereabouts did you get punched?
Head and mouth.
Head and mouth? Keep your head up for me, bro. Lean back on the chair there. Spare a second to the bag, bro.
Jay's young patient is extremely unwell. The bump on his forehead shows he's taken quite a beating.
Tell us what's happened tonight, man.
Well, I've been punched in the head.
Punch in the head? Twice you said, eh?
Once, yeah.
Yeah.
Once, yeah.
All right. Just gonna have a little feel of your neck, okay?
Yeah, I'm all good with my neck.
You got any pain where I'm pushing? No, all good. Sweet, bro.
I've only got a sore back from...
And now we're just checking him out to see, because obviously with the head injury we need to be able to differentiate between if he's vomiting because he's got the head injury or if he's just drunk, and it's really difficult. So we're taking some vital signs, doing a couple of tests to see how he's going.
Head injuries left untreated can be fatal. Ben's been called in to help the medics assess if that's why the young man's been so sick.
How's it going?
Nah, could be better, eh?
How much have you had to drink?
Half a box of Cody's, 18 pack of Barrel 51. Oh, maybe a quarter pack of boxes.
So like a shitload of booze then? It's quite a lot though, eh? So we'll do the full check, he'll get all the numbers, I'll pop back in about 5-10 minutes, and then once we've done that we'll have a chat about what you want to do tonight, alright? Sound like a plan?
Yeah.
We can see the swelling on his head and a small kind of bit of bruising in his mouth. I think there was also a friend with him who told us that he had been punched a couple of times and had him lying down, which was nice of him to do.
Because you guys are paramedics, I kind of like to know some words that you guys say.
So hematoma is like a bruise under the skin where you get bleeding?
Sweet. So now, you guys got to do what you got to do, you know, you get paid for the shit. So.
No, we don't. Students. We do this as volunteers.
Where can I get a job doing this shit?
You still get the student loan.
I've got a criminal record, so I should be alright.
It depends what you've got. You haven't killed a man, have you?
Not yet.
That's a good thing to have. So, would you be happy with us calling an ambulance to take you to Wellington Hospital?
Probably just catch a taxi there.
Catch a taxi down. This is yours to take down to hospital.
Alright, you guys have a good night, eh?
I lost my phone, but it won't be the first time I've lost my phone, so...
Although his head should be checked at hospital, he's decided to go back into town to find his mates instead.
Did he? Jeez. Despite our best advice for the patient to go through and present himself to ED, there is only so much we can do with giving advice and recommending a course of action. In the end, it is the patient's decision, and whether they choose to follow our instructions or not is their choice. It's you always hope that they will follow your instructions, or if not, that they're not going to end up as a more serious case later on in the night.
Tomorrow.
Thanks very much, guys.
As the last of the stags and other party animals wander out of Courtenay Place, the tired medics can finally think about calling it a night.
Right, kids, let's all go home. It's 4:15.
Yay!
Doesn't Richard have to take them?
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.